Kearney, New Jersey.
You know, a lot of the divers here were tasked by the Navy to come out here. How much is that the case with you guys, or how did you come about being here?
Our boat unit received word approximately 2100 on Wednesday evening that there was a catastrophic aircraft accident in the harbor, and we being so close and many of us from the area I notified the commanding officer, and we activated a boat unit. We're up here in less than 3 hours.
What was that like? I mean, the wreckage, some of it was probably still burning. You guys being from the area and seeing all this, how was that for you guys?
Well, being concerned about getting up here first, we didn't think about that. But once we got here, we saw many of our, local friends, fire departments, friends in law enforcement were up here. So we just joined the effort and associated and with them right away.
What was your role then?
Actually, all we did was we assisted the Coast Guard on the shore station here until approximately 8:15 when we launched our 22-foot motor whaleboat. At that point, we went out to sea, reported into the Coast Guard ship Juniper, I believe it was, and they gave us orders to search a debris field south-southwest, and we picked up several boatloads of debris.
What are you guys doing now? I think things have kind of calmed down a little bit.
We are supporting the EOD divers and the supervisor of salvage. We've been giving N4 logistic support, small engine repair support, and essentially just helping them get whatever they need to accomplish their mission.
What does this show? I mean, you guys are local. There's probably a lot of pride. Also, you're reservists, and I know there's a lot of pride there. Tell us about how your unit feels about being able to respond to a crisis in the air.
We're extremely proud, essentially, to be out here. So, again, like I said, we didn't think about the mission. We wanted to get up here first, and once we got here, then we needed to assimilate into the different units. But we're very proud to be up here. We're a little tired right now, but we're hanging in there, and we're going to give these guys all the support they need until the mission's complete.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Channels, get over here. Go. Hey, first you go take it. Come on, take it up, take it up. Say! Good, down. Down the hook. Down the hook, son. I got her close. Red diver, go to your bed. Red diver. Come on, Red. Green, go to your bed. Hey, undress us quickly, don't kill him. Easy, guys. Get your head. Get your umbilical unshackle. Get it off of him. Go, shackle the umbilical, pull it in front of it. Pull it there.
Okay, hold the bottle, hold the bottle, hold the
How
bottle.
you feel, Ski? Who's clear?
I got the way, Ski.
I got the next Take your vest. Take your vest. I got the
Ski.
You all right? I'm holding him.
Down.
Okay.
Down, sit. Hold him.
Got him. Pull.
All the way down. Up.
There you go.
Up. All right, man, you're in there. I'll bring you Ski. Sit.
Ready, hold him.
Come on, Ski. There you go.
Good job. Looking good, boys. Come on.
Hold him.
Okay.
Man, that was smooth, man. Just take a circle around it.
First name?
Chris
Chris.
Yeah.
Your last name?
Davison.
Spell that, please.
Davison.
Great.
Lieutenant.
Your position on the Grasp?
Senior watch officer, assistant supply officer, kind of.
But you guys have a, why is the Grasp here? What are you guys doing? And you guys seem to be resident experts on all this stuff.
Well, we're a diving and salvage ship, and we're here because we have a diving system that allows us to stay underwater, work around debris that would otherwise hamper a scuba diver, and we have a recompression chamber which allows us to stay underwater longer.
Let's talk about the recompression chamber. We've got a lot of, I watched the civilian news this morning, a lot of concern for the safety of the divers, because they are going pretty deep. These guys, what does this chamber do? And are these guys, what we just saw, are these guys hurt, or what's going on?
No, what we're doing is we're doing surface decompression dives, which means basically they're going down and staying for such a length of time at a depth that if we wanted to decompress them in the water, they'd be sitting in the water for 2 or 3 hours, and it's cold water. So what we do is we bring them to the surface with a minimum stop in the water, and then we undress them and get them into the chamber and press them down to 40 feet equivalent seawater in the chamber and put them on 100% pure oxygen. And that way it's a different method of decompressing them, but it keeps them warm because the chamber's dry. They can put on clothes in the chamber. We can watch them. Their depth doesn't vary. If the boat bobs up and down in the water, their depth varies, and that can hurt them. So
initially, I think one of the things was, hey, let's get those flight recorders. You guys got them, and now, now that that's been done, what is your role now?
Right now, we're still looking for bodies. That's all we're doing is we go out, we look for human remains. If we find them, we bring them back. If we don't find them on the dive, at the very end of the dive, we'll grab whatever we can see, throw them in a basket, and bring it up. But our primary job is still to find human remains.
Saying those types of things, how are you guys holding up?
We're doing all right.
It's my understanding a good portion of the crew went on a 5-month deployment and then came back and was gone again. Being apart from your families for such an extended length of time, if you don't count that 1 day or 2 days that you were there, is rough. But this is kind of like a real world situation. I mean, the United States really needs you guys. What do you guys feel about the deployment and being called on such short notice?
Well, it was hard. It was hard leaving. a day and a half after seeing your family. I know my wife and I wasn't real happy leaving her, but it's a salvage job, and it's something that is everybody needs, and so actually the crew feels pretty good about being here. It's something that we feel we're seeing the newspaper when they bring it out to us, and whatever chance we get to see CNN and the news, and it's always good to see that we're doing something useful.
Hey, thanks a lot.
You bet.
Thank you, sir.
You bet.
Brad
What's your last name?
Fleming.
Fleming.
Correct.
Your rank?
HT2.
Any warfare qualifications?
No, not yet.
DOD or
Not diver.
Diver.
First class diver.
There we go. You guys are being talked about every day on CNN. The world wants to know what you guys are recovering. People probably didn't care about Navy divers so much before in recent history. How does that make you feel that you guys are doing the job in America really is counting on you?
It makes me proud that I'm able to help. Just doing my job. So.
What are you guys doing now? The flight boxes have been recovered.
We're still into the actual recovery of the airplane phase right now. Just trying to get as many pieces up as we can for the investigation.
It's a pretty tragic ordeal, and you've seen a lot of it down there.
Absolutely.
How are you guys holding up? And what's it like?
I haven't seen anybody out on dive station that's really affected them. Everybody thinks about it. It's there, but everybody's dealing with it. And we have to.
How are you guys holding up? I mean, how does the professionalism and the training basically help you guys through this ordeal?
Everybody on station has been very professional and just dealing with it the best they can. Nobody is, I'm sure it's affecting everybody to some extent, but as far as our job goes, everybody's performing 100%.
Now you've got this ship, Oak Hill, and the Grasp here supporting you. Oak Hill providing meals and
berthing, they're doing a great job.
Yeah, I mean, you're all Navy, but divers are a different community. The surface community is coming and helping you guys out.
Absolutely.
How does the support fit?
They're great. The berthing, the chow, they're providing boat back and forth, boat transportation back and forth. They're doing an outstanding job. They're really helping a lot. They've cut the announcements out of our berthing so we can sleep. Of course, the night crew, we got to sleep during the day, so they don't bother us the whole time. They feed us chow whenever we get there, even in off hours. So they're really providing a big service and helping a lot.
Thanks, Brad. But it's not just the divers that are involved in the salvage effort. Here on the decks of the USS Grasp, as well as 2 other Navy ships, the Oak Hill and the Grapple, Navy men and women work hard around the clock to support the mission. Good? But it's not just the divers that are involved in the salvage effort. Here on the decks of the USS Grasp, as well as 2 other Navy ships, the Oak Hill and the Grapple, Navy men and women are working hard around the clock to support the mission. But it's not just the divers that are working in the salvage operation. Here on the decks of the USS Grasp, as well as 2 other Navy ships, the Oak Hill and the Grapple, Navy men and women are working hard around the clock to support the mission. But it's not just the divers that are involved in the salvage efforts. Here on the USS Grasp, as you can see, we got a lot of Navy men and women working harder. I blew it. Sorry.
No Hollywood for you today.
I did the first 3 takes perfect, but I'm trying to. As you can see here on the desks. But it's not just the divers that are involved in the salvage operations. As you can see here on the decks of the USS Grasp, as well as 2 other Navy ships, the Oak Hill and the Grapple, Navy men and women are working hard around the clock to support the mission.
Renee.
Renee, R-E-N-E-E.
Yes.
Spell your last name.
C-L-A-Y-T-O-N. Huh? Seaman. USS Grasp.
TWA 800. This is on the news this morning. I'm watching it. Everybody wants to know what's going on.
I know the girl name, Andy.
Exciting, but it is a real world situation, which most sailors a lot of times don't get to do for real.
It made me feel all right about things that I'm doing, knowing that I'm helping out people.
Buster 28 working party on the standstill with MS-1 load.
You guys part of the working party? No. You're helping a lot of Americans. Get a little piece of mind.
It makes me feel good that I can do something to help out people in America. I never really done nothing. I didn't think I was going to do anything that interesting.
My gate boat off the starboard quarter.
How does it make you feel knowing that you're in this? You've had a chance to rehearse the answer.
Yeah.
This is such a big deal, and you're involved in it.
It makes me feel good that I can do something to help out other people's families that's misfortunate. And I feel like I never really done anything this exciting before. I think it's really exciting that I can, be a part of something that's all over the news and people get to see that it's reality. It's not just people just playing around and stuff like that. We're doing something that's serious and it means something to a lot of people in their lives.
Only other question I have is you guys went on a 5-month deployment. You got a little taste of home, a real little taste. You got sent back out. Now that sucks. We understand that, but the fact that you guys were able to respond to this situation.
That's because I know he can eat it.
How does that affect your thinking with regards to, damn, we're not home, but you are here?
I don't know. I don't think. Sometimes we sit and think we talk about it. At first we was real upset about it. We had to come right back out and do some more work because we had worked hard for 5 months. It was a lot of stressful things that we did while we was on our American cruise, and then we had to come out here and we didn't really know what was going on, what they want us to do. We really wasn't sure what we had to do.
And then after you saw? After
we saw, really what was happening, what was going on, and how everybody started coming on the ship and talking to us and telling us how they felt, how glad they was that we was doing something, then it really changed a lot of people's minds about being out here. We just make the best of it. We try to do other things just to forget forget about it, just do our job every day, and just, you know, try to enjoy ourselves after working hours, or sit down and relax and talk about other things.
Great. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Okay, let's get these other two ladies here, and then we'll have a burger.
Sorry.
First name?
Camille.
C-A-M-I-L-L-E.
Yes.
Your last name?
Lochard. L-O-C-H-A-R-D.
Rank?
EN3.
Okay. What division are you in?
I work with A-Gang Auxiliary Division.
Your thoughts on being here in such a it's the forefront of the world news. USS Grasp is in the news every day. I mean, how does that make you feel?
I just know that this is just my job. You know, I read in the paper just like everybody else. You know, Grasp is doing this and Grasp is doing that, and I'm thankful to be here to be able to help out. But I realize it's just my job, and it's what needs to be done. So I'm not too worried about the kind of recognition we're getting. It's a job that needs to be done.
Very well put. In the case of your deployment, going out 5 months, and, you know, coming home and being so happy to be home, and then, oh my gosh, the nation needs us. It must have been tough, but with keeping in mind the situation we're dealing with, what is the attitude?
Overall, I think the morale is fairly decent. I know it was hard leaving right after we got home. You only got a little taste of what we call our Liberty Port, Little Creek. But like I said, I know it's our job, and I think everybody realizes that, and we need to put ourselves aside and realize that, you know, there's a lot of people who need us and need our help. And so for that, I think everyone is thankful to be here for that.
I mean, every time you guys pull the remains up, some family will maybe get to go back home, back to wherever they're from, with a little peace of mind, make the arrangements. So how does it make you feel that you're able to help Americans?
It's a good feeling. It's a sense of, I guess I would say, pride, because I feel like I'm actually helping somebody, and I might not be the actual diver down there in the water doing the work, but you know, everybody plays a part. We're a team here, and you know, like I'm part of engineering, and you know, we're the ones who got the ship here, and the divers are the one who are recovering the victims, and so it's team effort, and I'm just thankful to be a part of this team.
Okay, and last but definitely not least.
Deidre.
Deidre, spell that please.
D-E-D-R-A.
Your last name?
Ames, A-M-E-S.
Great.
Y3.
What do you think about this whole situation? It is kind of a very busy time for you. And it's a very sad time for a nation.
Well, I think it's a bad thing that happened, and there's a lot of people, families that are at stake. So this is our job, and this is our mission, so we have to do what we have to do and to help out other people.
Thinking about other people, definitely, you got to do when you're home for 2 days and you got to go back out again. Your thoughts on being ready to answer the call for the...
Being on the ship a couple of years, we've done it before, and it's just part of our job, and we just have to go out and do it. It's a hard thing to do, but when you're on this type of ship, you just know that it's to be expected.
You've done it before, the men and women of the USS Grasp, very professional. You strike me as very professional. Very, what, are you guys basically it when it comes to salvage? Tell us about this crew and this ship.
This crew is a hard-working crew. We do our best, and when we do it, we do the best that we can. And it's just a good crew. We work together, teamwork, a lot of teamwork, and we just keep each other going.
Okay, hey, thanks a lot. All right. I guess keep that.
Or?
And spell your last name for us.
ORR.
Your rank.
Lieutenant Commander.
Your command and position.
I'm the commanding officer of the USS Grasp.
Okay. What is the mission of the USS Grasp with regards to the salvage of the wreckage and remains of Flight TWA 800?
Well, right now, primarily, the mission is the recovery of the remains of the passengers and the crew that were in the plane. You know, we were very fortunate in one of our dives. We were also able to recover and find the flight data recorders, which obviously was a secondary priority. We're doing very well. We're making a lot of progress, covering a lot of area. Right now, we're currently moored over a significant portion of the wreckage, and I anticipate that this should be a very productive area of the site.
Why was the Grasp called in? I mean, why couldn't the FBI and all these people handle it themselves? Why are you guys the best for the job?
Well, this platform is configured for surface applied diving operations, which enables us to extend the time on the bottom, where the scuba divers, they have a very limited amount of bottom time. And in addition, we have specialized suits, either hot water suits or dry suits, to help keep the divers warm and more comfortable while they're diving.
The deployment, you guys were in the Mediterranean for 5 months.
Yes, sir.
And then you came back and were very, very pleased, I'm sure, to be home with your families. And then immediately this tragedy occurred and you guys were out. I mean, how's the crew reacted, and what is the general attitude? You are involved in a major news type issue.
Well, we knew actually before we were actually put on standby, even before we pulled in, the day before we pulled in, or scheduled to pull in originally. We were notified and put on standby. We actually pulled in that day in order to make preparations to come up here, because we had quite a bit of material that we had to offload, because our entire fantail, which is the area where we're diving and doing the recovery from, was covered with material that we were bringing back from the Mediterranean. So we offloaded that on Friday, and we awaited the arrival of the ROV, which has been very productive for us and aids the divers, in that the ROV can stay on the bottom for an unlimited amount of time and find things for the divers to go down there and pick up. And then,
the crew, some of them may not have known about the standby issue.
No, they
holding up.
They knew. Well, as soon as I knew, they knew. I announced it immediately on the 1MC, but the crew, immediately understood the gravity of the accident, and it's been very easy on me. I mean, they have really pulled together as a team. Right now a lot of the focus is on the divers, but we couldn't be here and we couldn't sustain the 24-hour operations that we have if it wasn't for the engineers, the cooks, the quartermasters up there plotting our accurate position. These guys out here cooking our picnic lunch today. And that's a nice break for the sailors. And if it wasn't for the whole team, we couldn't sustain what we're doing right now.
Two more questions real quick. The Oak Hill and the support that they provided, what do they do for the? Well,
I'll tell you that I can't say enough about the Oak Hill. The sailors they're actually lending us some of their sailors. We were able to send a couple of our sailors on leave since we immediately came back from the Mediterranean, and they had tickets that they couldn't trade in. And the sailors that we've gotten have been, there's obviously a good team over there, because the people that have come over here from the Oak Hill have really done a great job for us. And we're sending our divers over there so we're on 12 on, 12 off shifts. When they're off for 12 hours, they go over the Oak Hill. They get 12 hours of peace and quiet. They don't have to worry about walking out on deck or, being, it gives them a little bit of time of, private to themselves. They make a couple phone calls. They got a big ship store over there, and it's the support that we're getting from them is just great.
A lot of the civilians, and I would say, myself included, a lot of the sailors who are not familiar with the EOD or the diver community do not know anything about these recompression chambers and the importance they have to this extended operation. Could you tell us in layman's terms what the importance and
Sure.
why they have?
Well, we use the recompression chamber for two reasons. One, decompression itself. You have to, once you spend time on the bottom, you have an obligation to decompress. Okay, you can either do that in the water because the temperature is pretty cold here. We have a special schedule where we're able to take the divers out of the water a lot earlier, put them in the chamber, and finish that obligation for decompression in the chamber.
We're mustering right now with master divers.
The other thing that we're able to do is, obviously if there's a diver injury or something like that, we're able to go ahead and treat them right here. We've done a couple treatments so far. We always err on the side of safety. Even if it doesn't look like it's a real, if it looks like it's close on a symptom, it's always better to go ahead and do a treatment. It benefits the diver. That's a common term. If it benefits the diver, we do it anyway. Better, you know, it's better safe than having to wait and treat later. You know, do it now, get it out of the way, and you know, so far with all the treatments we have been 100% successful, and so I think the chamber is a very important part of both in the decompression aspect and just for safety.
Okay, let's have some fun and send this this other tape back to the families now. We're going to go ahead and switch tapes.
You don't need to look at the camera, you just do what you gotta do. All right. Some more water in the back, please.
Stand by to receive small boat.
We were talking about jumping 120. We were talking about jumping this time in the water at 30 feet, and then jumping 2 schedules down in the chamber. But I don't want to do that.
Well, I was just thinking last night, for example, he spends 30 minutes, gives a 5-minute air break, and then he's got a 2-minute O2. You know, what is that 2 minutes? That's not,
I know. That's why we could probably jump down to the 120 to 70.
Yeah, give him something, you know, 10 minutes or something. I mean, you put the mask on, you're not even really getting the effect in 2 minutes. Probably takes a little while to
has to offer is this decompression chamber. Okay, just keep it rolling. One of the main things the Grasp has to offer is this recompression chamber, which is the only one being used in this operation. Basically what it does is it allows these divers to safely recompress their bodies while at the same time breathing 100% oxygen from these masks. I'll do it one more time. One of the big things the USS Grasp has to offer the operation is this recompression chamber, which allows returning divers who've been underwater for an extended period of time to safely recompress their bodies while at the same time breathing 100% oxygen from these masks. Was that all right?
Might want to do it again.
Okay. One of the big things that the USS Grasp has to offer this operation is this recompression chamber, where divers come after extended periods of time underwater to safely recompress their bodies and breathe 100% oxygen from these masks.
Go! That's good. Good. What else you need? You're supposed to
That looks real good. Just keep doing that. The cable's going to pull you a little bit. We're just going to get you out there to the east.
Yeah, I got you.
Frank. You gotta get it from this side.
Where's the coastie boat?
All right, Kirk, just a little bit of forward. Just kind of hold your position right there.
Both divers are okay.
100!
Understand, water's a little warm. You can throttle it on the suit.
9-0, good rate.
Okay, Green? Both divers are okay.
Okay, both divers?
Yeah, they're throttled off their water. It's getting hot.
Throttle down on the hot water.
Understand.
7-0!
Okay, red. Okay.
6-0! What's my stop time? What's my stop time? Stop time is 5 minutes. Is that jumping?
Okay, both divers.
1-0!
Okay, both divers.
On the surface, 1 minute ascent. Up 3. Bring it in. Bring it down. Down 2. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Get it down. Red diver off the stage, go to your bench.
Stage, over to the bench.
Green diver off the stage,
Green
go to your
diver off
bench.
the stage, over to the bench.
Come on now, 30:02 time.
Okay, red.
Okay, ready?
Okay, red. Feel from the yellow.
Okay, green? Okay, green. All right. Chamber team, man your station. Chamber team, man your station.
Give it up. Give it up.
Come on now, come on now.
Peel them off. Peel.
Give me another diver over here. Give me a diver over here. Help him out over here.
Go right off. Underway.
Go in.
Got it. Keep. Got
Hey,
it.
go around here, walk them, walk them. We got time, we got time.
So we can go ahead right into the question. Now,
Okay.
You guys are doing a lot of support of the divers, but everybody in wake of this tragedy has kind of rallied around each other, and there have been non-Navy people rallying around you. Could you tell us a little bit about you guys and your feelings on some of the support that you've got?
I'll tell you, it's been amazing since we've been here. The local Red Cross, you know, I don't even know all the organizations. The Coast Guard, everybody has just been they've been sending out food, candy bars, power bars, cases of soda. I mean, newspapers. You know, Dunkin' Donuts. It's been amazing how much support we've been getting from the local community, and I know that the families that are out there waiting appreciate the support that we're getting, and they're giving us support. And we just want to thank the local community for all that they're doing for us. It's a difficult job for these guys and for the entire ship and the team, but you know, a little bit of happiness and relaxation, or you know, something, a distraction, whether it's a couple candy bars or a newspaper. It's just been great, and we really appreciate all that support, and I can't thank anybody enough for that.
Thank you, sir. Great.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
All right. Well, we can pack up and